goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! He actually answered. I didn't expect him to answer. I thought I could have maybe bypassed this one and had a break. It's been a very busy day. We are number 5 of 6 interviews throughout this fine Saturday. This is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guest, the Warden. Thank you so much for spending the time with us, sir. I appreciate it.
You said 6 o'clock, my friend.
What's the matter, sir?
You said 6 o'clock. You're a minute late. 6:01.
Uh-huh.
You know time is precious. You want me to put that on your tab?
We have been running. Well, no. But we've been running for 54 minutes. So I mean, kind of, we're still in the time zone, if you will.
Let me see. No.
Okay. All right. Well, put it on my tab. Go ahead. Now, there was a ding ding, Mr. Allah ding ding, might I say? I want to say that correctly. And we had a very maybe maybe a little bit more nicer on my part. He kind of left a little bit angry. His brother Aladdin, he came upon interview. He was a little angry. Again, I had fun. But then they called you. Again, you were angry. I had fun. Why are you guys so pissed off at me? I'd like to start right there. Why? What did I ever do to you guys?
Kincaid, let me bring this a little closer.
Okay.
Have you ever had anybody that owes you money, but always is looking you in the eye, laughing with you, booing you, knowing you owe money, but walk away like nothing?
Well, since you asked, no, I've never had that actually happen to me. No.
Exactly. But you dare to do it to us. You owe money to us. And then you want us to be all hunky-dory and all laffy-daffy. Listen, buddy. Listen. You can laugh all you want, you skinny runt. But eventually, you're going to have to pay.
All right. I got I got some Bitcoin if you're interested. Do you know what Bitcoin is?
Listen, Bitcoin doesn't help you. You owe thousands. You know that.
Bitcoin is where it's at. I'll connect you with my guy. It'll all be smoothed over. I got you, Warden. Don't you worry.
Listen, I already fired one for messing up. Your guy ain't got nothing at us.
My guy keeps good track of what I'm supposed to owe you. And I'm clean because Mr. Aladdin scrubbed that way back on the last PAPW Friday Night Alley fight.
Do I got to remind you?
All of a sudden, wait, what?
Do I got to remind you the last stirring the pot you did with us?
No.
You still owe us money?
I don't know. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, let's change the subject about this money stuff.
Hey, you jumped on it. I was not.
You asked why are we always angry at you? I gave you your answer. Now let's move on from that money stuff. So like that, you can have a fun time. We want to have a fun time, Mr. Kincaid. We want to make you smile. Maybe having the COVID, or like you say, COVID. What is it that you call it?
The Kincaid.
The Kincaid. You convict.
I've never been in prison, ever. Not once. Never been in prison.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm positive. Oh, do you think this 35 pounds frame would last very well in prison? Absolutely not, sir.
Listen, Kincaid. We know you have a past that you don't talk about.
Everybody gets secrets.
We know that you like Bat Out of Hell when you used to listen to that Meatloaf music driving 100 miles away.
Meatloaf. I love meatloaf. Don't really care with the ketchup on it, though. The meatloaf is okay, don't put the ketchup on the meatloaf. I'm really not a fan.
Kincaid, you're a
What?
hot mess. You're a hot mess.
Woo, we, we, uh, it's been it's been a long day, sir. Okay, I
Check
just
it
want
out.
you to say. I just want to put that out there. It's been a very long day, and in between the last episode being Bull Dread, hey, he retained his IC championship for PAPW. But before, in between the Bull Dread episode and this episode, I had to take a little break. And when Kincaid takes a little break, there's a little lettuce that's involved in those breaks. So I apologize. We like to have fun.
You're entitled to having fun, and
Yeah,
you're entitled.
of course. Yeah, man. Mr. Warden, you, woo, man, you and the POP, the Pyramids of Power, if you will, yourself, Aladdin, Aladdin Ding, you guys really hate me. I love to boo the piss out of you. That's what I do. That's my job as a fan. I even check this out. It's so weird when you guys come out of the curtain. There's a pile of booze, and they're just laying around right at ringside. They magically appear like at the end of a rainbow. There's a gold a thing with gold in it. No, this time, anytime you guys come out, there's like a pile of booze that just sit there, and they wait for me to pick them up, and I share them with the fans. And we love to boo you guys. You don't want to be our friend, so we're not going to cheer you. Don't you like when we boo you, sir?
Let me answer that question very easily. I don't mind you booing me because I appreciate not liking you.
Okay.
So when you boo, it only fires me up more to hate you even more than what I already don't like you.
Okay.
But it also makes me add more money to what you already owe. And I love that part.
Yeah, but so you enjoy getting booed. Why the F are you charging me $5 a boo? Even if it's on Facebook, if I boo you, you're still charging me. What the hell is going on?
That was in 2019. Inflation 2020 plus the quarantine, you get in a $10 charge. And on top of that, a tax of $5. So do the math.
Well, I usually don't smoke cigarettes on this show. I try not to, but you're making me kind of nervous. And you think I got a bill? You think I got a big bill now? Holy cow, sir! Wait until we get back. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
And here's the funny part: not even Governor Baker or the governor of Connecticut moratorium of holding off eviction notices, foreclosures, and any bill you owe covers the one you owe us, Kincaid.
Yeah, but you know what? That's all part of the stimulant package that President Trump has passed.
Let me correct you.
What?
You forget, as the American ambassador of the POP, I'm the one that talks English for them. The word is stimulants, not stimulant. If you're getting a stimulant from Donald Trump, you have an issue. No wonder you look the way.
Hey, I don't mind stimulants. Stimulants kind of, help a brother out, if you will. Woo. Hey, now, Mr. Warden, why me though? Why am I the only one being charged? Why can't you charge the whole fan base or pick a couple others up, because you can make a lot of money? Well, why me? What did I ever really do to you? Because we all boo you.
You got to take the leader out from the beginning of the war. And the leader of this booing is you, Kincaid. While you boo, they boo with you. So if we rip your head off, it'll be easier to set an example of careful the way you boo.
Well, I want to take it back because, I'm not that bright. I want to take it back to a PAPW Friday Night Alley fight. You guys came out with some merch, if you will, the green Pyramids of Power shirt.
Oh, and, the one that you bought voluntarily.
The one that was forced upon me. I have footage of such.
The footage sees me hugging you for buying the merch. It doesn't see us forcing it on you.
No.
And on top of that, it shows Papa Kincaid laughing.
Mm.
So you know you did it on purpose. You bought it, and then you edited the footage trying to say we forced you to put the shirt on. You even asked for the size.
No. Hey, a couple things. I never asked for anything of Pyramids of Power. I would never want your propaganda to touch me. Second
What
off,
you talking
my
about? I
dad
got
loves.
footage. Do I gotta show footage?
No. Second off, my dad loves my demise. I don't know why. I'm his child, but he loves my demise. You know, Ref Bill kicking me, Pyramids of Power picking on me, forcing their propaganda on me and
Hey,
such.
at least the fans haven't seen the time I put you on my shoulders and walked you out the back of the building. Remember that one?
Yeah, that was GCW up in Agawam, if you will. I remember that very vividly. I still
Nobody,
got
nobody
bruised.
came.
Hey,
Nobody came to your rescue. You were
no,
fine. You're still walking, right?
yeah, but you know what? I still have battle wounds from that time because you brought me behind a building and you kind of beat me up a little bit, and it really sucked. Uh, and then Ryan
Right.
Frost.
You asked me to take you out back, so I picked you up and put you in the back where you belong.
Nah, I didn't know. No, I never asked for stuff like that. And then Ryan
You
Frost,
think, Cade,
he showed up
it's
later,
your
and
it's your word against my word, and Yusef also was there.
mm,
He knows. He
I was
knows.
trying. I was trying not to bring that up because he's going to be on your side about this, and he really, you and him, that sucked. That's all I'm saying. It sucked a lot. Uh, Now,
Hey,
I
hey,
do
hey,
got some.
hey. But you gotta admit, even though we might have this love-hate relationship, I don't disrespect you much as what you got disrespected in your last during the pod show with the filthy family.
Those those guys. Holy cow! Uh, I, wow. You know what? Dirtbag Dan. You know he's a little filthy. He's a lot of filthy. Uh, but man, those three guys. I cannot wait to see what the heck happens with those guys because I've been waiting for this whole thing to kind of get a little cap, a little snuff cap on it, if you will, because yeah, they split up and all of that good stuff or whatever. Not good stuff. I didn't want to see them split up, but I want to see an end to this whole thing. I want to see him in a triple threat. I want to see him let loose on some anger that's been pent up. And if you notice, Big Cal seems to be the one that's really, really pissed off right now.
I could care less what happens to them.
But it's the filthy family.
I could care less. Have you forgotten?
I
Have
forget
you
a lot of shit. I
have
forget a
you not
lot of shit.
forgotten why I can care less?
Go ahead, fill us in, fill us the fans in. Go ahead, go ahead.
Why do I have to fill in when you know
Come on, give us. Come on, we like.
my pyramids of power
Hmm?
were the tag team champions
Hmm?
in Battlefront? And why should I care for those who actually robbed our championships from us? Why do I have to care?
Rob Schmob. Uh,
Eh,
I
eh,
think they.
Why do I have to care? Answer
Well,
that question.
because of the filthy
Why do I have
family. I think you should.
I don't need to care about that. They want to kill each other. Go right ahead. They want to be in a triple threat, hardcore ladder, 3 stages of hell, whatever they want to call it. Go right ahead. I could care less what happens.
Hmm?
What I care about is the fact that POP will one day claim titles again. Will it be PAPW? Will it be Battlefront? Will it be another promotion? You never know with the Warden. There's always a plan. We're talking about plans.
What
We,
about plans?
I always have a plan. You know that.
Hmm.
And I always leave you with the questions, but the answer never comes. What's the plan? What was next for the Warden? I remember you asking me that one time. What's next for the Warden?
Hmm.
And I wonder if he still asks that.
I don't anymore because every single time, boys and girls, every single time that I ask the warden what's next for POP? What's next for the Warden? What happens after this loss or that win or that championship? It's always the same exact answer. Never mind, Kincaid. I always have a plan. It's plan A, it's plan B, it's plan C, it's plan Z. I always have a plan. And yeah, never get any information out of the Warden. Not one time, ever.
Well, maybe today you might, Kincaid. You never know. It is stirring the pot, isn't it?
Oh, well, since you bring it up, and I like to get little tidbits so us, the fans, can be surprised and get a little wow factor. What do you got in mind? Maybe some information, if you will. I love information.
Just put it this way. I got a guy. I got a guy that will be. People might call him a henchman. People might call him security.
Security. Not a clue. Those two aren't clues.
Maybe this clue might help you. I have an ace up my sleeve.
Man, why you gotta do shit like that? See,
Because sometimes you just have to leave them up in smoke.
Well, I can get that kind of clue. The last one, I think I kind of got that one. So I can't wait to see what the future brings. Plan L, M, NOP, wherever we're at with the Warden, because you never know where we're at.
This time you know where I'm at. You know the stuff that's happened to me personally. Shut up and wrestle. Almost got my teeth kicked down my throat.
Oh, sorry.
I got flung around like if I was a rag dog. But they do it because they know I'm a manager. But let's see, with my guy behind me, beside me, and around me, who would dare to be the one to knock on that door?
Wow. I'd like to jump into that. We were talking, Aladdin Ding and myself, with Aladdin. We were talking about that whole little thing that happened with you at Shut Up and Wrestle. There was a beatdown from Aladdin. He said it was tough love, and he had to show Aladdin Ding.
What did Aladdin Ding respond to you?
What, sir?
What did he respond to you?
It doesn't matter. We're because I'm kind of talking to you. So I was wondering, well, how did you feel? Because you were part of that beatdown. It's not like you were standing from the distance. You got in there to cover up Ding Ding, and Aladdin came in and he was stomping on you and doing some stuff to you. How do you feel that whole thing? Do you feel that was tough love, or do you feel it was a betrayal? And is POP okay? Because I would kind of like to figure out if POP is okay. I would hope they aren't, because I'd like to see them implode from the inside out. But my question is, POP okay? And how did you feel about that whole situation, sir?
What did Ding Ding answer to you?
But I'm asking the Warden.
So the Warden's gonna tell you whatever Ding Ding answered is the answer that you're getting.
But what if the fans didn't see the Ding Ding episode, but they're watching the Warden episode? What if they missed that one?
All right, let me recap you.
Okay.
You and I have a culture. You call it, what was it? A beatdown?
Yeah.
Their culture calls it discipline. Now here's what I say about that. He answered, that's what he was taught. So I'm leaving it at that. Because he answered. If you haven't looked, boys and girls, look up Stirring the Pot with Aladdin Ding and you'll get your answer.
That episode was pretty crazy. Got him a little excited. Aladdin as well, yelling at me a lot. Didn't really care for it much. Had some fun though. Got some good laughs. You were painting a picture of the whole Shut Up and Wrestle. I love, and not just me, the fans that go to Shut Up and Wrestle. We love that place over there. You guys have some really fun shows. And you know what? If you haven't heard of Shut Up and Wrestle, I'm telling you, look it up. Holyoke, Massachusetts. And I know we're at a funky time, but when we get all over this stuff, when all is kind of semi-normal, if you will, you got to look up Shut Up and Wrestle because it's a great time. And the kicker, it's free. It doesn't cost you a dime. It costs you a fun ride to, a fun ride back. And man, we make some memories up at Shut Up and Wrestle. Can I say right now, Mr. Warden, is that your home base right now? Is the Kevin Landry's Combine Shut Up and Wrestle? Is that your home base?
Yeah, that's at my home base. As you know, we need to, no matter if you're a manager or not, you need to train.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And here's pulling back a little bit, just a little, you know, safety first. I've always said that. Shut Up and Wrestle is a place where we showcase what we learn. Hence what it's called, Shut Up and Wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, yeah, it's entertaining. We love the fans. And as much as you love to boo us, we love it. We love to take that to give it back. But that's home base for a lot of us, and that's giving exposure to the school. We're trying to show Holyoke, which a lot of you might not know about Holyoke. Holyoke is a town that has a very bad negative vibe, or reputation, if you want to say it that way. And we're trying to change that by letting people know, hey, there's other things in Holyoke that is worth having. We're trying to take kids off the streets. We don't need kids anymore in streets. There's too many of that going around. So we're giving them another way out of whatever situation they're in.
That excuse me, that's a thing about Shut Up and Wrestle. Even on your graphics, if you will, that are made for the shows, it's very family, very family orientated, and the kids that come up to Shut Up and Wrestle, my goodness, they come up in droves, man. There's so many of them that get up there. They run around, they have a great time, they hang out in the punching bag area, they have a blast with each other, they have a blast with the wrestling. I mean, I'm telling you, man, Shut Up and Wrestle is a fun, unique spot that if you haven't checked out, I implore you to go check out because of it. I know I use the word fun a lot in wrestling, but I am telling you, Shut Up and Wrestle, a ton of fun, man. And again, it's free. So you got to go check out that place. Great characters that are coming out of Shut Up and Wrestle that are starting to spread their wings at other places. I want to bring up a Big Juicy. You're familiar with Big Juicy, aren't you, sir?
Yes, I am. Haven't had the pleasure to work with her, and whoever she's with right now, but I'm familiar.
Now, the students that come out, getting good characters, working well in the ring, moving to different places and having some fun other areas. I love seeing that, Mr. Warden, seeing them from scratch and coming up, if you will. Because I haven't been in the game all that long, since maybe 2016, but I know you've been in the indie scene for quite some time. And I know we spoke on my very second Stirring the Pot. I had no microphones. I was kind of running it raw. You invited me to your home. We even ate a little bit. We had a different relation. Yeah, I did. But we had a different relationship back then. It wasn't as volatile as it is now. So I don't think I would go back, to be honest with you.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Maybe.
Yes,
maybe.
you would, Mr. Kincaid.
Possibly. But we had we had a good dinner. We hung out. And man, I got to say, excuse me, how long have you been in the game of wrestling? Because you seem to know where you need to be. You know kind of the psychology of what it takes to create your character and utilize it well as a manager, because a manager is supposed to be part of it, but not too much part of it at the same time. There's a fine line there. Give us some insight on the Warden for maybe those that haven't either seen you or haven't seen episode number 2.
Well, to be honest with you, I haven't been in the game that long. I've only been in this for, I want to say 2017.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's only been 3 years. But the one thing that I do appreciate is learning. I learn by observing. I learn by listening. I learned by practicing it. And one thing that I sat down with head trainer Kevin Landry is always I would ask questions
Hmm.
and he would give me answers. And one thing I would listen to the boys, I would listen to the girls talking, I would listen to everyone talking. And the one thing that that the word that stuck out the most in our conversation is psychology. Why do the things you do? When to do the things you do? What's the reason behind? What's the method behind it? And I'm a like we said before, you have to be a fan of this to be in this. And I grew up when wrestling was in the golden age, the 80s, but I also watched the territories and the Attitude Era, the regular area, the PG-13 area, and the evolvement and the evolution of wrestling over the years has taught me like I could sit down and just be a observing if it's a wrestling match that I'm seeing an independent wrestler fighting to a professional fighter, and I just love the storytelling. Like if you could give me a good story and I could learn from it, I'll learn from it.
Hmm.
And the psychology part is very important because a lot of people do not show the psychology. They just want to do high flying, flipping, flapping. I think it was the Undertaker who said it best. You could do 15 suicide dives and 24 backflips, and the next day not be able to do it, and they're gonna ask you for more.
Hmm.
But if you take your time and tell them a story, they're gonna always be intrigued.
Hmm. And, and there's always like room to do different things from match to match when, less is more, if you will, kind of
Oh
thing,
yeah, I'm a big practitioner of less is more. That's why I do not tend to take away the heat that my team has.
Hmm.
I try to give them or get them to have more heat. Why?
Right.
Because that's my job. My job is to get my team to get that heat. Also, try to get them to get the heat, but also get some rub on me in the heat part. But all of it, the majority, I would say it will be a 90-10. 90% for the team, 10 for the manager.
Mhm. Uh, Doing that whole villain or heel part of the program in wrestling, some say it's so much more easier and or fun, not both in the same token, but some say the face or the good guy is a lot easier or they're more comfortable with. You, holy cow, you seem to be very, very comfortable doing this villain part of the program. And why the villain side of it? Why not be a good guy or something?
Kincaid, when I first started, I had a client that I don't want to mention right now.
Hmm.
You know, was on the fan side.
Hmm.
I didn't have fun with it.
Okay.
I was like wondering where was my spot. Where not in the sense of as a wrestler, as a superstar, but I like okay here. I don't have to do much as a manager to get him to be a fan favorite. That's his job.
Hmm.
When it's a heel, it's so easy to not like somebody when you really don't like them. You know what I mean? It's easy to dislike somebody without them even noticing you don't like them. So why pretend to be something when you're not? You know what I
Hey,
mean?
I can get that because I'm kind of, I go to wrestling. I'm a fan of, obviously a fan of wrestling. I know my line where my lines are drawn as a fan. I don't, dive too back beyond that guardrail, if you will, except for the bubble of doing promos, which I gotta say, doing those with you guys and girls are absolutely some of the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. But again, I know where there's a line drawn between the two parts of that's too far back, behind the curtain. This is far enough. I know where that is, and I've always respected that. And I just love that whole interaction that we do as fans and wrestlers. And I know we've talked about the chemistry about that dance that we do, but man, I'm telling you, you hear it, you work with it, you give it right back, and it's like every single time you're on your game, and it doesn't matter which parts of the whole pop situation that you're in. You're always on your game, my friend, and I have to commend you on that, you know?
Well, it's my job to not only see what my team is doing, but also hear what the other side is doing. In the sense of we're all part of the show, we're all part of the match. We're all as important as whoever's in the ring starting, whoever's outside in the ring, and whoever's counting in the ring. You got your referee, you got your two teams, you got your managers. If you have managers outside, we all play our certain parts. Now, here's the thing: it is my job to understand what my team is doing, but it's also my job to know which way the referee's facing, which way he's looking, he is counting, where his attention is, but also to know where the attention of the other team is. So, like that, at least I can know what I have to do because I remember or I talk about what we're going to do. Here's the thing: when you're with a team, they got to tell you, we need you in this spot for this moment. Why? Because you have to help your team no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not in your game, your team can count on you. And I want my team to always count on me. That's why I'm always on my A game. I could be getting distracted by the kid that sits next to me all the time, screaming at me. He sounds like little Tupac. But you know what? I can't go and turn around and give him all my attention. Yeah, I'm gonna give him head, but I can't stay there because I need to know what my team is doing because there's a job I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So my job is to be aware out of everything. And again, that comes with the behind the scenes stuff of learning and observing and listening.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could learn, you could observe, but you you, you don't listen, you're never gonna catch what you have to do.
Mm.
You know?
I have to say, at this point with POP, the three of you, besides the beatdown, the three of you, you seem to be having a lot of fun doing what you're doing. Do you see this whole thing maybe running its course here and taking it a little further? Or is there an evolution of character, like we talk about evolution of wrestling, evolution of character on this show? Do you see POP going in a different direction, or do you think it's going to kind of stay similar with maybe some tweaks here and there down the road?
There, I have to say, you'll never know.
Oh, come on.
Because, Kincaid, I only know what today brings me. I don't know what tomorrow brings me. So, with this, when it comes to POP, we're always trying to find ways how to evolve.
Okay.
To be more dominant than what we dominated before. Hey, my passion of this is to see my team go to every promotion and be the top team. And I know they can do it, and I know they can do it. And they themselves know they can do it. Now the question is, are the other guys afraid to even give us a chance?
Never can tell.
But when you talk about POP, you also have to remember there's a collusion behind us.
Yeah, no kidding.
So POP will be dominant no matter what. The question is, who's running with us?
You did mention collusion. That is made up of Maxim. I got to say this right. Maxim Morozov, and very angry Russian, and Zafar, right? Zafar, is that correct?
The brother of the POP.
Now, I was used to seeing those three together running for quite some time. Got Abdul Haq behind them as a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Then it kind of went a different direction. Now there's a spin-off, if you will, of the POP with Zafar, Morozov, and Abdul Haq. They come out as a team, and they have been running all sorts of crazy storylines, been champions in PAPW and such. Maybe you guys should mix it up a little bit. Just saying. No?
I'm going to dismiss that like you never said it.
I'd like to see it.
Because you know what? When have you not seen POP come down when they're in the ring? when collusion's in the ring. Come on, you've been in the PAPW. You've been in it.
But yeah. But
What does the word say? Collusion. And I don't know if you remember, there was a Friday Night Alley fight that we showed how dominant we are together.
Yeah, but
what if Kincaid, take the idea out of your head. It is not going to happen. It will be fat. Listen, put this idea in your head. It's easier for all 6 of us to find you and make you pay before all 6 of us get it on.
As I was talking to Mr. Ding Ding, if you will, a la Ding Ding, he was talking in PAPW that the HOP, the House of Pain, Nick Payne and Hakeem Ali, they are the current champs. And Mr. Ding Ding was saying that HOP has never beaten POP. HOP free VPOP. What the hell kind of marketing is that one? So with that said though, you guys are looking for that PAPW gold. This kind of settles a bit. We get back to some normalcy. Is that your first hand at Matter, is getting that PAPW championship from the HOP, POP v HOP? Yeah.
Kincaid, you just started a tongue twister that you yourself couldn't even get.
I can't even fit that.
It's HOP versus POP. Listen. For us to show how dominant we are, we need those gold. Our brothers had it, we couldn't go after it. But now our brothers don't have it. We want them. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Now, we spread our wings when we're in wrestling. We try to go here. We try to go there. You said people are maybe scared of bringing in the POP. What are some of the companies? Do you have any promotions maybe off of the top of your head? It doesn't have to be many, 1 or 2, that maybe you'd like to bring POP to try to make a mark. Maybe that we've never seen them there before.
Anywhere.
No.
Anywhere.
No. That's not an answer, though. That's like a
promotion.
That's a politician answer.
Listen, you call us, we'll be there. Any promoter, deal business with us, call us. We'll be there, and we'll show you how much we dominate.
Your lack of information is getting me nowhere. And I'm gonna have to.
Put it down.
No.
Put it down, absolutely. Kincaid.
Why?
Kincaid, just remember this. Wherever we go, we're going to knock the doors down, and the gold's coming home.
Oh. Okay. I got to say that Mr. Ding Ding, Mr. Aladdin as a team, they do some pretty cool double team stuff, if you will. I was getting yelled at a lot on that last interview with those guys, and I forgot to get in a question. They got me. They had me rattled a bit. There's some cool tag team stuff that they do, some double team maneuvers, if you will. And there's one that really I absolutely love that they do, and I call it something. I was wondering what you guys call it, or if there's a name, or even if you knew. Now, the opponent is sitting in the ring, kind of dazed, looking a little lackadaisical, and all of a sudden, from one corner to another, you have Aladdin, you have Aladdin, and they come in and they do like a cross body, a double cross body, right onto their opponent. I personally call it the Saudi sandwich. Do you guys have a name for that maneuver? Because the wrestlers, they like to make cool little names for the maneuvers. And if you do, what is it?
Well, to be honest with you, I haven't heard the name of it, but I like that. The Saudi sandwich, I do like that. I like that. You know why? Because that's what we're going to do to you one day.
Nah.
Hey, Kincaid.
Yeah.
Don't say nah. You never thought you were gonna be a lumberjack either.
Now that was fun. Holy crap. No, I didn't actually. So maybe I shouldn't say that. That was amazing. Holy cow. Did you see me? I came out on J Bro. All hell J Bro. I miss J Bro so much. I hope
I
he's
don't.
okay. Hey, you know what? Since we're on the topic, and oh my God, that lumberjack thing. Wow, what's going on with Jay Brown? He got his face peeled off at Lone Survivor 2, Test of Strength, The Deuce, Northampton. You kind of have a connection with Jay Brown. What's going on with Jay Brown? Give us some information. I am so worried about him. Give us some information.
You see my blank face?
Mm-hmm.
That's how much information I have.
Nothing?
Nothing. I seen the footage, haven't heard from him, so I can't tell you. This is my face. That's all I have for you.
I thought you, of all people, would actually know something, a little something, a little tidbit, a little spoiler, if you will.
I have a spoiler for you.
Oh, please tell us, the fans, what is it? We love spoilers. Well, not all the time.
My business is POP business. So Jay Brown is not my first priority. There's your spoiler.
That's not a spoiler. That's not even close to a spoiler.
That's a prediction? No. That's a spoiler. You know why? That teaches you next time stop asking questions about somebody I really don't care about.
Wow. It's not nice. I was just trying to see what happened to my man Jay Brown. I thought you would be actually a little bit worried, but I guess not. Gee
Yeah.
whiz.
You want to see how much worry I have?
Yeah.
You saw it.
He's going to be very disappointed if he ever sees this video. I will say that, sir. Very not nice.
Why? Why?
He's called you his luchador brother.
Okay? Yeah. Has he reached out to me to see how am I doing? Has he reached out to see how this quarantine's got me? No. He's worried about that his face was taken off. That's all he's worried about. So why? Why?
He's faceless. He got the skin ripped off his face. He is literally faceless.
Kincaid, listen to what you're saying. He's faceless. He's not fingerless. He has a computer. He could type.
Can't even. He's a hurting man.
No sympathy from me, man.
Man, not even a little bit. Wow, I didn't even see that coming. I really thought I was going to get some information because we, the fans, we've been very, very worried about El Jabroni. I know I have, and I hope.
Hey, don't you stalk him? I mean, don't you look for him on Facebook?
I do, but he won't answer anything. You should see the pileup of messages that are in his DMs. I have slid more DMs at him than I ever have to anybody in my entire life.
Jay Brown, if you're listening, answer this man's text. Answer this man's questions so he could get off my back about you. Don't care about what happened to your face. Get it back. That's it. Jump on the boat. Go back home.
So, I'd kind of like to maybe pull it back a little bit, but not really at the same token, because this was like one of the most fun wrestling memories that I've ever had in my entire life, and it wasn't even in the ring. Battlefront, they had a Christmas party. They actually invited a few friends up there, and I did not know what to expect out of this whole. It was a Christmas party with wrestling personalities. I didn't know if they would be on, if they would be off, what kind of thing this was going to be. So we all go, and it was at the same place that they hold their shows at the Elks Lodge. Very cool place to hang out and have some good times with friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring my dad with me because he's like, you know what? I'd like to check this out. So we come together, and we're there for just a few minutes only. We weren't there very long at all.
You were longer than a few minutes there.
No. Just hear me out, though. Just hear me out. We're there for a couple minutes, and my dad goes, this seems kind of, normalized. It wasn't wrestling, I mean, because obviously it wasn't at an event.
It was a
Yeah,
Christmas
it was a
party.
Christmas party. Exactly. So I look at my dad and I say this, Warden, Mr. Warden, I say this, hey, I think I'm about to turn a switch on. And he goes, don't fuck with these guys right now. Look at them. They want to be normal. They don't want you and their bullshit up in their faces. I go, nah, watch this. And I turned the switch on and I started messing with all you guys and girls. And man, we started having a ton of fun. And I will never regret starting that whole little domino effect because, oh my goodness. Now, I want to get to a part. I'm standing over by a wall after a little, we've had some fun, standing over against the wall. And I have never seen or even met Mrs. Warden. Yes, I did say Mrs. Warden. So I say, who is that lady over there to one of the gentlemen that were hanging out at the party? He goes, that's Mrs. Warden. And I go, are you kidding me? I've got to go meet her. Well,
That was the worst mistake you made.
Mrs. Warden was sitting there in her own little, nice little, and I don't want to use the term old lady, but it kind of had that little feel to it. She was hanging out at the table, crocheting, not saying a word, taking everything that everybody was doing in. Those are the ones you've got to watch out for, my friend. The ones that are taking it in, you've got to watch out for those. So she's taking all of this stuff in, and I say to my dad, I go, what do you say I go hit the table over there and see what Mrs. Warden is about? He goes, you're crazy. I wouldn't go over there. And I go, you know what? That's going to make me go over there. So I go over there with my phone. I tell her who I am, what I do. She's just looking at me with the strangest look the entire time I'm talking to her. And I go, this is the deal. You keep doing your thing. I'm going to say a bunch of retarded stuff because that's what I do. And then you're going to come back with whatever you want to say. And my word, Mr. Warden, it was one of my most favorite promos I have ever done. And our relationship has been kind of strange since then. It's taken a very wacky turn, and I'll get into that in a minute. But inside, before we went outside and the evening was over with, don't you think we had a ton of fun at that Christmas party?
Yeah, we did. We actually had a good time. The best part of it is when you ended up in my trunk.
Well, I wouldn't call it.
I really don't know how you got out, but you did, and you survived.
Well,
But ever since then, she's been intrigued with you. She's been
true.
trying to have you for dinner. I mean, have you over for dinner. And
This is
I
true.
think her pleasure is just torturing you, man. And that's a good thing because that's my pleasure. So two peas in a pod, man.
I think we kind of both see that from a distance, because I've shared with a couple of the fans some of your stuff, even on Center Ring. Mrs. Warden sends me these crazy, and when I mean crazy, it's a capital crazy with many exclamation points and scary emoji faces, like biting your nails kind of thing, because they just pop out of nowhere randomly. I'll look at my messenger and I'll see that it's from Mrs. Warden, and the only thing I can say is, oh shit, what now? So I hit play, and I'm always regretting hitting play. I usually listen to the whole thing, and then I usually say to myself again at the very end, oh shit, what did I get myself into? Every single time. And I played this stuff for my dad, and do you know what he does when I'm at his house and I play these messages for him?
Oh, I know what he does.
What does my dad do?
He laughs and enjoys them.
Every single one of them, and it pisses me off.
Listen, Kincaid, I don't know what she found in you or what she sees in you, but that's intriguing because it just helps me hate you more.
Well, I kind of like to talk about the post-party portion of the program because we had such a grand time. I thought I had a good rapport with Mrs. Warden. I made the mistake of asking her if I could escort her to her car. It was dark. You guys were talking over to the side. I was heading to my car, And I totally made one of the most worst mistakes I could have ever had in my entire existence of almost 50 years of living is saying these words. Mrs. Warden, could I please help you to your car? Why I ever said those words, I don't know. You gave me shit for it. A couple of the other guys gave me shit for it, but I told you it was very it was no harm, no foul. I just wanted to help Mrs. Warden to the car. You guys were talking. And again, one of the worst things I ever did in my entire life. As we get to the car, it's very dark. It's windy out there. I have footage of me screaming for my ever living life because
Oh,
she
yeah.
stuffed me in a car with rope tied. She tied me and put me in her trunk.
Yeah, and wasn't there a shovel next to the trunk?
There was a shovel. Yes.
Yeah. She had plans and you fell for it.
I did, but I was just trying to help her put things away in the vehicle. I fell for one of the oldest tricks in the book. She stuffs me, she ties me up, she slams the door, the trunk door. I don't know where the hell I am. Now, with that being said, she ties like a girl. That was the only way I could get out of that because that knot that she tied absolutely sucked. And I was able to get my way out. I took that shovel, I bashed the shit out of the lock, I kicked the trunk open, and I got out of there and I made my way home. I hitchhiked. I've never hitchhiked in my entire life. I hitchhiked all the way home and I finally made it back. It was one of the scariest times I've ever had, ever. And I've been through some scary shit, man. Oh, and by the way, your wife, Mrs. Warden, love her to pieces. I don't want to say any bad words, but she ties a knot like a girl. Woo! I got out of that thing pretty quickly. Took me a little bit because I didn't really think it was actually tied the way it was, and I was fiddling around, and I just needed to kind of twist my arm a little bit more to the right, like this, and kind of move my shoulder a little bit, and I got it, man. Wasn't that hard at all, man. You should really teach her to tie knots a little bit tighter. Just saying. Just saying.
Teach her to tie knots harder, knowing that you come to shut up and wrestle and you're in her territory of Holyoke. Just gave me an idea.
You know, I got a better idea. How about you don't teach her how to tie knots? However she does it right now is absolutely fine. I could be comfortable with that because it wasn't that snug. You know, it didn't hurt me that much. So I appreciate that.
You just gave me a great idea.
No,
We're gonna practice that.
we don't have to. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. When Hun comes home, because you're lucky she's not here.
I am so glad she's not there.
You know she would have been down your throat already. I'm gonna teach her how to tie a knot the right way.
Oh man, I do that. You know, boys and girls, I do this crap at wrestling all the time. I stick my foot in my mouth. I find myself in these predicaments, if you will. This whole money thing was definitely not on me. I was doing like a regular fan. Mr. Marasa felt he should charge me $5 a boo, which I think is a fair price. Maybe even $2.50 wouldn't be a bad price. You know, maybe knock it down a little bit because we are in hard times. I haven't got my stimulant package yet. I would hope that it would come soon. So if we could maybe bring it down to like $2.50, even $2.70, I'm willing to go to $2.75 a boo. That would really help me out a little bit. Just saying.
Give me a second. Let me
Okay.
go. I got somebody that's calling.
Oh,
that's
God.
interesting. Hold on a minute.
What the hell is this? What the hell is this? I hope that's not Ding Ding. Oh my God, if that's Ding Ding, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be up shit's creek. Oh, Mrs. Warden. I hope it's not Mrs. Warden even. That would even suck. That would probably suck more.
Gotcha.
What do you mean, gotcha?
Gotcha talking to yourself. Listen.
Dude, what?
$2.75 a boo? Never is gonna happen.
Why not? I
It
think
went
it's a
up.
fair price.
That was last year. It went up, Kincaid. Remember that. It went up. Hey,
Uh,
275 can get those grays black if you need them.
well, I was this close to maybe taking a little of the coloring bit and seeing what I could do with it. And then I imagined what I would look like if it was darker all the way through. I don't think it would work out very well. So I'm just gonna keep it the way it is, el natural, if you will. I'm not gonna jump into that whole coloring thing. Yeah.
Good.
No.
But I still gotta say thank you for the idea, man.
No. Yeah.
And
She ties a knot.
here's the thing. We no longer have ropes. We got bungee cords now.
Oh, that sucks. Those are even tighter.
So when it goes tight, we're just gonna
goes real
put you
tight.
on 'em and throw you over and see if you bounce right back to us.
Mm.
You know?
So, I tried to escape with a little bit more of my life than I expected. I kind of dove into that damn rabbit hole of messing with the warden a little bit too much than I should have. I don't know. I just find myself in these messes. It is what it is.
It's fun though. It's out of love. It's out of fun.
Next, though, I have a member of the bike club coming on, one Corey Adams, and I am telling you, I think
You said the bike club?
I did say the bike club, yes, sir.
Aren't you in hot waters with them as well?
I am in deep shit with the bike club. I'll tell you that.
Now, here's the thing. You're in deep water with me. You're in deep water with the Pyramids of Power. You're in deep water with Morrisov. Now you're in deep waters with them.
Mm.
Are you looking for a death sentence? Did I ask you that?
You didn't ask me that, and I think I might, because from company to company, I don't make a whole lot of friends. I got to tell you that right now.
Kincaid, with what you
Yes,
do
sir.
for us, with the Kincaid files, with the stirring the pot, with the booing, with the cheering, with just giving us something to do in this time that wrestling has stopped, that the world has stopped. I gotta say, you could find time to really put yourself in a hole. How is that possible?
Well, it's because I keep reaching out to such talented men and women on our industry, on our local scene, if you will, like yourself. I've talked to Mr. Morozov. I've talked to Mr. Ding Ding, Aladdin. Talked to many of the men and women that I've kind of made enemies with. So I've kind of dove in. I've dove in my hole. I've gotten even in a little deeper than when we left off at the shows. So when I get back, and we all get back, I'm going to be in more trouble than I think I've ever been.
You're going to have to run for your life. That's all I got to say to you, my friend.
Warden,
now, talking about these past couple, you have been, I got to take my hat off to you in the sense of you have been very busy with stirring the pot.
I have.
Since quarantine. And I just got one question for you.
For me?
Yeah. When are you going to push forward and get someone that we haven't seen yet on Stirring the Pot?
We've had a bunch this morning, 10 a.m. This morning I started with Sean Donovan.
Yeah, I'm talking about Richard Kincaid.
What? You You are absolutely in a total different dimension. If you think that
Because
my dad,
we want to hear. I would love to hear the reasons why he loves your demise, and he is pushing for your demise. That would be an intriguing Kincaid file, an intriguing stirring the pot. Because one thing I could be for sure, him and my wife have a great relationship.
Mr. Warden, you kind of twisted the screws there a little bit. This is the only way that would ever happen. If I could convince him to make it very quick, fuck with him a little bit, have some fun. But again, it'd have to be a short stirring the pot. That's the only way he could do it. And I don't even think that's even in the works. But I'm going to see with your question there, I'm going to actually see, because he is tied in, whether he likes it or not. He has an affiliation from promotion to promotion to promotion with all of the talented men and women that we have met over the time, because he loves my demise and I love to boo you guys to death. So it's actually, he might want to bite on that a little bit. So we'll see if I can make that happen. I'm going to call that a 10%, 90%. And like our favor, there's maybe 10% chance that he might do it.
So Kincaid,
What?
make it happen. Even if it is a Kincaid file, real quick, you gotta make it happen. You gotta ask him, why do you want my demise so much? You have to. We need to know. And when I mean we, I mean myself, Mrs. Warden, Morsoff, Aladdin, Aladdin Ding, Safar, Abdul Haq. Basically, collusion wants to know, why in the heck does a father who's supposed to be the patriarch want the demise of his child?
I've asked that question at shows and he just points and laughs at me. So I would like to do that. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Could be fun, could not be so fun.
Hey,
So
we could probably see you getting picked up by your neck.
that's very possible.
And that would be fun for us.
Well, Mr. Warden, I have to say, I laughed way more than I expected on this little soiree that we
See,
had.
you never know. You never know with the Warden. I can make you laugh. I can make you cringe. I could call the wife and see if she makes you cringe.
Nah, no, I already know where that's gonna go. She totally scares the living shit out of me every time.
Yeah, I know.
Mr.
I know.
Mr. Warden, you've been very open. We got back a little bit behind the curtain. You know, that was really cool. We kind of took it down a little bit. And we, not that we didn't have any fun. Boy, did we have some fun today. But we kind of turned it down a little bit, pulled back the curtain just a smidge. And man, you were a lot of fun today. And I really appreciate you kind of doing that and talking to us, the fans, and having some fun. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. I just love hearing this.
Mr. Kincaid! Is that you, Mr. Kincaid? I'm so sorry I've missed you. I was looking for someone. Oh, no. I was looking for something. But I heard your voice, Mr. Kincaid.
Oh, I love that face, Mr. Kincaid.
Shut
There's,
up! Shut up! I don't want Mr. Kincaid to hear you.
Like I said, I love seeing that face right there.
boys and girls, hashtag FML, F my life. This is the random stuff that I get in the middle of the night. I wake up to. This is the stuff I wake up to in the morning. I get during the afternoons. I get calls, and it's that on the other end. Hashtag FML, F my life. Holy cow. Man, Mr. Warden, before that gets out of any more hand than it has, I want to thank you. This is stirring the pot because I got that damn bike club guy Corey Adams, because the bike club sucks, and I'm not looking forward to that. This is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guest, Abdul Haq. Thank you so much.
What you say?
Abdul Haq.
Hey, I am not Abdul Haq.
Oh, the Warden. I am so.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna say this one last time. Unless you don't want me to, you know what, and you know who.
Okay.
Don't ever call me Abdul Haq again.
Okay.
We're brothers,
Right.
yes, but I'm cuter.
This is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guest, the Warden. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh my God.
Mr. Kincaid!